Now, as the facilitator of the meeting, this is fundamental to meeting effectiveness, is that you set the tone right from the get-go. You will set the quality of the tone of that meeting. Throughout my career, I've attended thousands of meetings. And in my early days, and this is way back in my 20s now, I remember attending a meeting, or these meetings that were regular as part of the company that I was working for at the time. And these meetings still stand out in my mind as exceptional in their makeup, in the quality and the output of those meetings. Why? Well, I can tell you because the person that led the meeting, a man called Paul Thompson, the tone that he brought to those meetings right from the get-go was that these meetings were serious, not in that sort of heavy, portentous way, but that these meetings were of high value. And the way that he demonstrated this was in the way that he carried himself. First of all, punctuality was a critical focus on that meeting. It started at 9 a.m. At 9 a.m., he locked the door. If you weren't there, you missed the meeting. And believe you me, you didn't want to miss a 9 a.m. Paul Thompson meeting. Everyone was on time. Then his tonality, the way that he opened up the meeting. He treated us with extraordinary respect and regard. He implied, just by simply the way that he engaged us, with the quality of his eye contact and the way that he created the context, that he was looking forward to our contribution, and that every single person in that meeting had a legitimate role to play. And by that very tone, he implied that there was no passengers. There was no way that you're just going to sit here as some sort of wooden lump going through the ritualized process of semi-participation, but there was an expectation that you were going to bring your A game to the process. So this tonal quality is not only set up in voice, and I use the word tone in its broadest sense, is that everything about him, in the way that he defined and set that meeting up, started even with the simple expedient of how he carried himself, the way that he sat. There was simply a sense of commitment to the experience that we're about to undergo. There's not this lethargic, oh, here we go again. Oh, okay, let's have a look at the agenda. Whoa, we've got a lot to get through stuff. Okay, look, given the time that we have, look, we'll do our best to get through as much as possible. You know that sort of tone? The tone that says that this is some ordeal that we have to endure, or there's some compliance that we have to go through. And in fact, we haven't even given a lot of due process to thinking through the agenda itself. So this notion of really bringing a sense of adult commitment to the value of what that meeting is about is what I mean by tone.